Why hello, welcome to Frame Perfect Input. Today is just a bit of a special episode, mainly because we're getting close to the end of the year, we're getting close to Christmas, and also a bunch of stuff has been happening for me. I graduated, just yesterday I graduated, that one took a lot of energy out of me, which is also why I wasn't uploading anything on my channel really. If I look at my channel, you can see that my upload schedule is not good at all. Very patchy, very just everywhere. Let's see, I have this Jin Alyssa video 3 months ago. I have this Where Have I Been video 3 months ago as well. Tekken 8 Season 2 is looking interesting. That was 8 months ago. I had my Jin Get to Fujin at a 1 year mark, roughly. I clearly have not been able to do much, and it is largely because of, school happening. And since that is over, I'm in the part of looking for jobs. And, if you put the audio side of things, me suddenly making a podcast and graduation, then you could put together that something audio related would be great. This is just personal life stuff I'm talking about. I guess I should introduce the episode and the fact that this one's gonna be really chill, very laid back. So if you just need a buddy to sit with and listen to, that's basically what I am right now for this episode. I'm just gonna be sitting back, maybe looking back at the life of my channel, and just looking back at stuff like that. Heck, I can. Should I do a screen recording of this? Problem is, it's kind of out of sync now, so yeah, maybe if I decide to make a video version of this, I'll probably add videos, but who knows. Anyways, welcome to Frame Perfect Input, special episode of me just chilling because of stuff that has happened. So yeah, let me just find some topic to talk about. The one that I probably it's been stuck in my mind, I guess you can say, is the fact that the Game Awards has really sparked some stuff, I guess. Some interesting events. Let's look at the winners of the Game Awards, just to take it slow, maybe give my own 2 cents about this, even though, a quick note, I didn't even watch the Game Awards this year, mainly because it just seems like not much is happening, nothing really important. The only important things I took away is Leon is back in Resident Evil. Wuthering Waves has its 3.0 patch coming in, but of course we already knew that, but we didn't know what it looked like. And the fact that Uma Musume won an award that it definitely deserved, that is for sure. So how do I look at these categories? I've never been on this website. Okay, so I guess we're starting with Game of the Year. This one was something I actually mentioned in an earlier episode before, but I couldn't remember what it was. The games, I couldn't remember the actual nominees for it. So looking at it, there was Clear Obscure Expedition 33, there was Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or Bonanza, however you want to say that, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And of course, the expected winner was Clear Obscure Expedition 33, that ended up winning. In fact, it ended up sweeping, apparently, a bunch of awards. I'll see which ones, because again, I did not watch the awards, I just heard stuff. And the crowd was community was very, very loud, as well as other content creators like Dolan Darkest, Moist Critical, all that stuff. Anyways, Game of the Year, it's Clear Obscure Expedition 33. It's a game that I actually really want to play. I've heard it's turn-based, and I love turn-based games. It looks beautiful from what I've seen. Looks absolutely breathtaking. It's just... It really deserved it from what I saw. And also, there's extra fact, if you watched it or saw clips of it, then you would know that there was a voice actor that won something. It was something there. We'll see it here, I think. I hope, anyways. And they have to voice Carlotta from Wuthering Waves, as well as being a character in Expedition 33. That makes me super happy because she is actually pretty good at voice acting. Very good, in fact. One of the sole reasons why I was really contemplating switching to English on Wuthering Waves, which is absurd to me because gacha games, historically to me, have very bad English dubs, or you could say an anime in general. It's because it's got that English dub style of an anime. Like, okay, that sounded really weird. Let me say this again. It has that anime has that really anime-esque English dub type of thing, which is different to, say, like, I guess Western voice acting, UK voice acting, European, whatever you want to choose. It's different. There's different intonations and energy and stresses on certain parts. Wuthering Waves doesn't go the anime style route. At the beginning of the game, it may be a little, but then when they made future patches, gone. You know, it felt so real. The vocals were great, and Carlotta was the big reason that I have that view of it in Wuthering Waves, which means a lot. Expedition 33, she won something there for maybe best voice actor. I don't even know. It's something like that, but she won something there for her character there, but she also was a character in Wuthering Waves, and I will gladly take that. Anyways, yeah, Clear Obscure, Expedition 33, Game of the Year winner. Who didn't expect it, to be honest? Like, sure, maybe you can make a argument for these other games here, Death Stranding, Hades 2, all that stuff. But Expedition 33 was very much talked about, overwhelmingly positive. I just couldn't see it losing this year. Let's go to the next one. What is the next one? Game direction. This is also to Expedition 33. This one actually has some different stuff. It has The Ghost of Yorte and Split Fiction. Split Fiction, I have actually seen people play this game a little bit, quite a bit actually. It looks very interesting. I quite like it. Best game direction. What is this? Award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I don't think I'm really cut out for this, but based off of visuals and all that stuff, Clear Obscure, I guess it's fair that it would have won that. Hades 2, visually is stunning. Thematically and in its own art style is very good. Split Fiction, all that stuff. Death Stranding. Death Stranding is very picky, I guess you can say, as it is, because the first game is like synonymous with walking simulator stuff. It is the whole reason walking simulators even exist as a meme. So there's that. Clear Obscure, Expedition, winning that one kind of makes sense. I mean, it was literally like, before we even got to the Game Awards, it wasn't who's gonna win Game of the Year, it was how many awards is Clear Obscure Expedition 33 going to take this year. I don't mean to go into this. I didn't really mean to go this way, but there was the Last of Us 2 thing that happened with the Game Awards. What, 2021? When did it come out? I don't even remember. But when that happened, when it started taking every single award that year, basically, I was like, yeah, the Game Awards is absolute bullshit. Absolutely, horrible stuff. I shouldn't even be watching this. I'm just wasting my time. That one was the Game Awards when I was like, nah, this ain't it. Absolutely hated it. Of course, I am a part of the people that hate The Last of Us 2, and it is all because of how they treated Joel. But let's not get into that, because, we're in this Game Awards thing. So let's get going. Next one, Best Narrative. Again, I'm not really cut out for this, because I don't know the story of these. The only game here that I know the story of, mostly, because I spoiled myself, I guess, is Silent Hill F. That is literally the only game that I have even an inkling of for their story, their narrative, everything like that. And that one's pretty good. I wouldn't put it as a game of the year level for me personally, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. I can imagine Clear Obscure Expedition 33 would have this like in the bag pretty easily though. It is turn-based. Turn-based games can be they have space for putting a lot of budget into the story and all that stuff because that would be the one of the things that you have to push so you can catch people with that side of things, and it's really interesting stuff. Anyways, best narrative, that's cool. That's really cool. What would I have voted for? Probably Clear Obscure, anyways. What's the next one? Best art direction. Now this one. In my personal opinion, when I put again, I say visually it's amazing, and for it winning, it makes sense. But if I had to choose, like Hades 2 is pretty nice, Hades 2 looks great. Hollow Knight looks great as well. I never expected it to win this. So yeah, that's kind of expected the outcome. Death Stranding, no, I don't think that would have went there, but who am I to talk, really? Ghost of Yorte, I barely knew it. Ghost of Tsushima, I would know more, but this game, no. Best art direction, yeah, that makes sense. Best score and music. Now, I am a very musical person. Not technical or anything like that. I just love music. I love listening to music. If you know my music taste, which you probably do not, I like listening to a bunch of different things. Let me give you an example. I will gladly rock out to Slipknot, like anything Slipknot, really. From their original album, their self-titled album, I would easily listen to Slipknot's music. I would also listen to Miles Davis. Gladly listen to Miles Davis, which is a completely different tone, a completely different style. And then I could also listen to Ado, the Japanese artist, easily, because she was my number one for the past few years, actually. I have three of her albums. I have, what was it again? Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I'm literally forgetting. Why am I forgetting this? Hold on. Let me research. Let me search. I got this here somewhere. Ado. It should be here, right? Yeah, there it is. Ado no Utate Mita. That one, album. Right. That thing. I have that. I have Zanmu. I have the compilation album, which was the recent album. So basically, my musical taste is literally everywhere. I could also listen to Khalid, to Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, Creepy Nuts, of course, why not? Breaking Benjamin. I'm literally just listing all the stuff here on my Spotify. Well, maybe I should talk about my Wrapped. I'll talk about that after this Game Awards stuff, because my Wrapped is pretty interesting for me. Kind of what I expected, but anyways. Best score and music, yeah. Clear Obscure. I can imagine with how it looks, it would have a superb score, honestly. So I'm just gonna pass that one up. Best audio design. This one is an interesting one. Do I agree with the winner? The winner, by the way, was Battlefield 6. Sure. I mean, it's pretty damn good audio design wise. I've seen a bit of this as well. I've seen like the beta. I've seen a bit of the story a bit from the Rad Brad. If you know the Rad Brad, you're a real one. So I've seen a lot of that stuff, all the small details that it had. It's absolutely amazing for Battlefield, a modern Battlefield title to be good. What? EA, man, that's something. And then they went and made a what was it, a Warzone style game mode, which was something I didn't expect them to do. Well, I did, but also didn't want them to do, especially since how Battlefield was. But it's EA, they were gonna do it anyways. Off of the ranting, Battlefield 6 having the best audio design, that's fair. Maybe you could have, I don't know, actually. We'll just stick with Battlefield 6. This is one that Clear Obscure Expedition 33 did not win, so let's go into that. Next one. Best performance, here it is. So I was actually kind of right. It is best performance, Jennifer English, who is the one that voices Carlotta, apparently, according to some videos. Literally just according to some videos. Like, I don't know any of these voice actors, or like just actors in general. Konatsu Kato, maybe. Is she the one that streams? I have no idea. I can't remember. But yeah, Jennifer English, you are the reason that I like the English dub in Wuthering Waves. Thank you for that. And for you to win Best Performance, I'll gladly take that. And when I look at this, there's 3 different nominees that are from Clear Obscure Expedition 33. I guess that shows how good of a game it is. That 3 of them are from the same game. And one of them actually ended up winning, so cool. Next one. What else do they have here? Innovation in accessibility. Why the fuck is EA Sports FC26 here? Of all games to chuck into innovation and accessibility. Think about that real quick. Innovation and EA, those 2 things should not be next to each other. Why are you here? I'm sorry, all of the other games, but why are you here? You didn't innovate shit. Come on now. Let me read what the requirement is here. Recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Bullshit, EA Sports. What? Literally, the previous episode was me ranting on how this is. So yeah, FC26, you shouldn't even be there. Why are you there? Anyways, back to everything else. I barely know these games. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I just know all of the controversies about it, and the fact that it's here, to me, is like, okay, it's a bit weird, but sure, why not? Why not, I guess. Adamfall, I don't know. South of Midnight, I've seen it, that's about it. I only know Doom the Dark Ages being good. So I'll gladly take that as the winner. So yeah, there you go. That was me just ranting about EA, but of course I have plenty of words to send EA's way. Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. South of Midnight. I am not cut out for this one at all, because I don't know any of these games. What the hell are these games? Consumi, Despelot. I don't know. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and Wonderstar. I don't know any of these games. Is that me? Is that my problem? I don't know. Next one. That one's fine. Sure, why not? Best Ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. The fact that No Man's Sky won makes me happy. I'm happy Fortnite didn't win because, fuck you, Fortnite. Anyways, No Man's Sky, glad you won. You definitely should be winning this because you are constantly adding new DLC that is not paid for, by the way, and is just layering and layering and layering for new stuff, new things to do. Honestly, like, a little bit of a story here, but I remember when I was in college. I literally just started college, or high school, I guess, depending on how you want to refer to it. But I literally just started high school, and I was in one of my classes, and I was hearing people gossip, I guess, about No Man's Sky. And I'm just sitting there, the loner of the class, thinking, what the heck is No Man's Sky? I wasn't very up to date to games back then, clearly, but I did not know what No Man's Sky was. They were talking about it's super hype. This was before No Man's Sky, ended up majorly flopping. This was when it was being hyped up, and I remember it pretty fondly. Oops, I remember it pretty clearly. Wrong word. They were talking about No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was being hyped up with all of these features and everything. Oh, it's going to be this, oh, it's going to be that. And they were talking about how this sounds pretty insane. But I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't know where that person is now, but hopefully you're doing pretty well. That was their last year at that school. So I have no idea where they went, but hopefully, life's good for you. But yeah, moral of the story, No Man's Sky started off pretty bad, and it is very good now because of constant support by the development team. Hello Games, thank you. Also, oh crap, I literally just thought of it, forgot it. If you know the No Man's Sky video, the where it's explaining everything, internet historian, explaining everything that went wrong and then how they just built themselves up. That's how most people know of No Man's Sky. If you've seen the billions of reaction videos that appeared because of that. Anyways, yeah, No Man's Sky, deserving. Final Fantasy 14, I think. XIV? That should be 14, right? I swear. Anyways, Final Fantasy 14. I played a bit of that game. It's pretty fun, but the stuff I wanted to do required money, and I was not willing to do that. But good game. Is it best ongoing? I mean, I don't really think so, but, you know, there you go. It didn't win, and I can't really say otherwise. Fortnite, I don't like Fortnite. It gets shoved into my face with every single ad. I do not like it, and I think it destroyed, like, the gaming scene, if you will. You see what it did to Skate? Yeah, I'm not taking anything from Fortnite. Helldivers 2, amazing game. I played it on launch, pretty much. Not on launch, but like a few days after, because it was getting hyped everywhere. It's a great game, but then Sony being Sony and banning it in like, what, 164 countries or something like that? That was the thing that I was like, okay, I can't go on with this. You know, it made it so tough to play it. So, yeah. Helldivers 2, I can't say anything. I've been contemplating going back to playing it. We'll see. But yeah, didn't win. Marvel Rivals, that is a good game from what I've seen. I've not played it. I probably would have fun if I had friends. But as you see, there's a bit of a problem there. Marvel Rivals is a cool take on stuff, getting superheroes into a 5v5 kind of Overwatch style-esque thing. And it's pretty good. Would I say it's best ongoing compared to No Man's Sky? Probably not. So, do I think No Man's Sky is deserving? Sure. Yeah, why not? Every time I see No Man's Sky, there's a new DLC, and I'm just like, damn. Man, slow down. Anyways, best community support, Baldur's Gate 3. That's fair. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, and inclusive of social media activity and game updates, patches. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to say, but Baldur's Gate 3 is a great game from what I've seen, and it's definitely one I want to play after I finish Divinity Original Sin 2. Also, there's a new Divinity apparently that got teased. My brother told me, but I didn't see it. That's cool. Like a reboot? I don't know. Something like that. But I'm going to finish Divinity Original Sin 2. Who knows? Maybe I'll put into a video, play it like that. But I feel like I'm just going to play it by myself, enjoy it. Get to Baldur's Gate 3, play that one, enjoy that as well. Because, you know, D&D, I'm a bit late to the party, but, you know, D&D is pretty cool with how it's how the stories work, how it's built, how it's all community. So it's cool. I really like it. Critical Role, that's the place to go to for that. And then Final Fantasy, Fortnite, screw you, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky, all that stuff, yeah. No Man's Sky not winning is unfortunate, but I'll gladly take Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Best Independent Game. Okay, for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Blueprints is there. That's something I've been interested in because of Lord Minion 77, or Wade, if you know. Warlex Pit, I've heard of it, but I don't really know. Absalom, I've heard that one as well. Hades 2, of course I've heard that one. And Silksong, but Expedition 33 is the winner for that one. I guess that's fair. It's by far like the most insane game of the year in a lot of fields. So yeah, I guess it would be the best independent game of this year for what it has here. I'm not going to say too much about that because again, I don't know what to say. Best debut indie game. Is it a debut for them? This one I can see, you know, people being like, ew, why? Because, you know, Dispatch is there and they want Dispatch to win. Expedition 33 is there, of course, that one won, and that makes sense. But I wouldn't have put it past them if they did Dispatch. If they gave it to Dispatch, I also would have been like, oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. It was only 4 games. Very interesting. But yeah, there's that. Best mobile game, that's the one I was talking about for Uma Musume, and people going fucking crazy for some reason. So let me just look at what was here. Destiny Rising, never heard of it. Persona 5, The Phantom X, I don't think that was even gonna touch the title for this one. Sonic Rumble, I don't know what that is. And then Wuthering Waves, of course, you know how much I love Wuthering Waves. That is literally the game I play every single day, basically, or whenever I can. I will play Wuthering Waves. I almost have 200 hours clocked in it by playing kind of semi-casual, kind of going into just obsessed. But yeah, Wuthering Waves, I played plenty of that game. And honestly, with this one through my eyes, it was literally just Uma Musume or Wuthering Waves. It was those two games, and the other three were just non-existent. Uma Musume 1, not a surprise at all. Have you seen the impact it had as soon as it hit the Western side? Every single person was playing that game, and people like streamers who don't even play these types of games were playing the games and were hooked. I'd say that is material for best mobile game of the year. Like that was not a hard decision at all. If they chose something else other than Uma Musume or Wuthering Waves, I would have fucking rioted because that would be insane. Like, what? Are you serious? Did these other three games here, did they have an impact like this? I don't think so. You know, I'm glad Uma Musume won. I keep saying the name wrong because I keep rushing it. Anyways, best VR AR. I can't really say anything about this. I don't have a VR or an AR thing. So, I don't know. I've only ever seen Marvel's Deadpool VR because of Big Puffer. That's literally all I've seen of it. It looks okay. I can't really say anything here. I'm gonna skip this, but yeah, sure. There you go. Midnight Walk. Deserved, I guess. Best action game, Hades 2 is the winner, I'd say. Yes, that is fair. Doom the Dark Ages could have probably gone as well. Ninja Gaiden 4, I don't know how good that is, I can't really say. But if it is anything like the classic Ninja Gaidens, then that would have been a good one too. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, I've heard of it, but that's about it. I don't really know much about it. Battlefield 6, it's a cool game, yeah, but it's nothing like Hades 2, man. Hades 2 is good stuff. So deserve it. Deservedly so, I mean. Deserved. Next one. Oh, and also, drink break. Hey, seems like you are enjoying the podcast, because, you know, you made it to the halfway point, or at least roughly around there. That is honestly amazing, and it means the world to me. Thank you. Thank you very much for actually sticking around and listening to my podcast, Frame Perfect Input. Make sure to follow this podcast or whatever way you can, you know, keep yourself up to date and notified of future updates and episodes for the podcast. If you're interested in other places that I'll be, you can find me on YouTube as well, on the YouTube channel Misty Mist or Misty MST. Spelt MYSTYMST. Weird spelling, I know, but it's what I landed on, and I love it, so I'm gonna keep that. Also, I think it makes me a bit unique, don't you think? Well, anyways, that was me in post. You know, hopefully you enjoy the rest of this episode. You know, it means the world to me. So, thank you, and I'll let you go on and continue. All right. Best action adventure, and we have Hollow Knight Silk Song. Sure. I don't really know much about these games. Death Stranding goes to your I just know Death Stranding 2 had Piccolo, and I'll gladly take that. But best action adventure, Hollow Knight Silk Song, fitting the combat and traversal. It says for combat, traversal, puzzle solving, that stuff. That would make sense for Silk Song to win that. So yeah, Split Fiction probably could have gotten there as well, based off of that, but Silk Song, gladly take that. Best RPG, and we have Clear Obscure Expedition 33 winning that one. I'd say that one is pretty self-explanatory. Monster Hunter Wilds, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Avowed, and The Outer Worlds 2. I would give it to Clear Obscure. Sure, why not? I don't really know what else to say here. I barely know the games. We have Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. That's about it. Anyways. I know about this stuff, kind of. Best fighting game. If you know, I am a Tekken person. I am a huge Tekken person. And you know how I feel about Tekken 8 in its current state. Tekken 8 is dog. Absolutely dumpster fire, that one. So if I saw Tekken 8 on this list, I would be so fucking confused because it does not deserve it. Anyway, on to this. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection was kind of cool. That's fine. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. I mean, it's Virtua Fighter 5. You know, it's cool. It's cool, I guess. I didn't even know Yuga Gotoku Studio is the one that made that. Huh. The more you know. Anyways, Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I forgot they made that, but yes, that is there as well. And I can't remember how to say this name. I'm just going to say 2XKO. I literally forgot how to say this name. That one, pretty cool, but Fatal Fury City of the Wolves won it. Honestly, all of these games are kind of on the weaker side for fighting games, but I mean, Fatal Fury is pretty good. I have the game. It's online. I've not tried yet, but, you know, mechanically I like it. Visually I like it. It's great. It's a great game. So yeah, fighting games, collection is fine. They're all fine to me. All of these games are fine, and if any one of them won, I would have been like, okay, sure, you know, because I've been royally disappointed with fighting games this year, with mainly Tekken, of course. Tekken just being horrible. Under Night and Birth is a game that I absolutely love as well. I have stated that before, but I don't think it's actually applicable for this, unfortunately. So, you know, is that. Best Family. I guess it's Best Family Game. That's my assumption. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Mario Kart World, which if that won, I would have been like, what? Lego Voyages, Lego Party. I've not heard of any of them. Donkey Kong winning is kind of expected, you know, with how it is. A lot of people that I've seen through videos, they state, man, they really like that Donkey Kong game. And yeah, clearly a lot of other people love it too. Split Fiction would have been cool if that one won. Even though it's EA, it was still good, so yeah. Anyways, next one. Best Sim/Strategy. Okay. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evilus Chronicles, or that one. That one won. Never heard of it before. Of course, I know Final Fantasy Tactics, but you know, I didn't know much about it. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is a thing. Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Altars, and 2 Point Museum. Best sim strategy for going to Final Fantasy Tactics? Sure, why not? I mean, Sid Meier's Civilization probably could have done it as well. I don't know any of the other games, so I can't really say, but, you know, this isn't really my area. So, whatever won, I guess. Best Sports Racing. I see FC26, that is dumb. I see F125, that is also dumb. Why are these two games here on Best Sports/Racing? Couldn't tell you. I still remember when they chucked Forza Horizon into it and said, yep, Forza Horizon is the winner for that year. And I was like, bullshit. Why is that the winner for the year? You know, for this category, the Best Sports Racing category, it won when there was other games that could have won easily. But, you know, I'm ranting about a different Game Awards time. Mario Kart World is the one that won Best Sports/Racing. That shouldn't apply to this, personally. Because sports and racing, it's a sports thing. Mario Kart World is an arcade game, personally. Yes, you are racing in it. But for Best Sports/Racing, that should imply that it's going towards, you know, proper sim-style sports racing games. But, you know, I digress. Rematch is there as well. Based off of my logic, Rematch shouldn't be there too. Sonic Racing Crossroads should also not be there. But if you do that, then you'd have to chuck in maybe NBA 2K, or chuck in Undisputed, or chuck in some golf game or some shit, or Rugby 25 or something like that. So yeah, this category was gonna be fucking bad if they didn't chuck in Mario Kart World Rematch and Sonic Racing Crossroads. So, yeah, that's what they did. I would actually be rioting if they did, if they gave it to FC26 or F125. So, yeah. Let's just say I'm happy with where they took that. Best multiplayer game, Arc Raiders, never played it, never seen it, but I know of a bunch of VTubers playing it, a bunch of people, like content creators playing it, so yeah, that's fair. That's very much fair. Peak not winning it is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Honestly, for best multiplayer in terms of people playing it and all that stuff, Peak and Arc Raiders were probably the top two here. Night Rain probably as well, but to me, it kind of just fizzled out after it was made and people played it and all that. Keep in mind, I've never played any of these games, but if there was one I could talk about, it would be Peak. You know, Peak is one I can talk about. I've seen plenty of that. Who hasn't, honestly? You know, it's best adaptation. I mean, The Last of Us Season 2 is faithful to its game. Perhaps a bit too faithful, but you know, I didn't even... Until Dawn had an adaptation? When did it have an adaptation? I didn't even know that. Splinter Cell, Death Watch. I thought it was Death Wish. Nope. That's a thing. Devil May Cry? No. A Minecraft movie? You know, if they actually got a Minecraft movie to win, I actually would have been pretty damn happy. I've not even seen any of these. But, you know, I've seen Devil May Cry a bit because of my brother watching it. I think he finished it. At the time, anyways, for the first season. Until Dawn, never seen it. Last of Us Season 2, I've just heard how it is being praised by its own creators, being one-to-one with Last of Us 2. And that is the biggest problem, because I don't like The Last of Us 2. So, you know, just that. Splinter Cell, Death Watch, I know absolutely nothing about. In a Minecraft movie, I just talked about it. So, yeah, I don't care about adaptations here. Best, the most anticipated game. Well, this one was easily going to Grand Theft Auto 6. Like, there is no way any of these other games were going to even come close to Grand Theft Auto. Let's be real. 007 First Light, didn't even know you existed. Marvel's Wolverine, yeah, I guess you were there. Resident Evil Requiem, good game. You know, good, like, a good game to look forward to, but... You know, it's not Grand Theft Auto. And then Witcher 4. I mean, Witcher 3 was great, but again, it's Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5, remember, sold so amazingly within 1 week. It was like the best-selling game within a week or something like that. I can't even remember. But I was super young back then. What, 2013? It's crazy. Anyways, yeah, this one is expected. Content Creator of the Year, yeah, Moist Critical. I honestly, the people I would have gladly given this to if they had it, and if they had it, and I would have been happy, it would have been Moist Critical. I mean, Kaisenat, sure, why not? Taking it all the way. And Sakura Miko, of course. If it hasn't been painfully obvious, I am a VTuber fan. So... her even existing there in the first place is insane, and I'm glad she got nominated. But yeah, if she had won, I think people on Twitter would have rioted, you know? So yeah. The Burnt Peanut, who the fuck are you? You know, I don't even know who you are. You won the Streamer Awards, undeservedly so, in the VTuber category. And then talk shit about it. So like, fuck you. I don't like you. Anyways. Next one. Thank you, Moist Critical, for winning that. Best esports game, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends? I don't know what that is. Valorant and Counter-Strike 2. This one is like, sure, why not? It's literally just pick your poison, this one. Counter-Strike 2, sure. I don't care. I used... Oh, a bottle. I used to love Counter-Strike before it was Counter-Strike 2, so CSGO. I was playing that so much that it is clocked in... over like maybe 1,200 hours on Steam. So yeah, clearly I played quite a bit of Counter-Strike, and then I stopped. Counter-Strike 2 came out. I tried it, and I didn't like it that much. So, you know, there you go. Anyways, I very much know the competitive scene of the old times, but not now. So yeah, there's that. Best esports athlete. I don't care. I really don't, because I know all I know. What, Zaiwu? That's it. Forsaken. That's another one I know. That's it. I only know those two people. That's it. What am I supposed to do? You know? I guess good. Good thing you won. Shovi? Zhongji Hun? That name. Good you won, I guess. I don't know. Best esports team. These two I feel are so weird for the Game Awards. Why are they even there? It's weird. Anyways, Gen G, I think. I don't know. Energy, Team Falcons, Team Liquid PH. What? Like PH as in science? I don't know. Team Vitality ended up winning. Who is the best team right now, honestly, in Counter-Strike 2? I don't even know. Remember when Astralis was there, SK Gaming and all that? Remember that? Man. Good times. Good times. What's the next one? Player's Voice. Ah, yes, this is the one that caused a bit of controversy and also made me happy. Very happy. Wuthering Waves ended up winning the Player's Voice. Player's Voice is a 100% fan-voted award. So the fans picked Wuthering Waves as the winner. I'm so fucking happy about that. I'm so happy that that won. Clear Obscure Expedition 33 honestly could have won. Dispatch could have won. Genshin Impact, fuck you for screwing over your own people. That is why you are not getting this, especially when Wuthering Waves exists. Like, that's the thing with Genshin Impact, by the way. The people playing it, like, you guys are just getting exploited here. Like, come on, man. Just notice the problem here. But honestly, there's a lot of people that are just not really aware of that, or do not wish to, or because they've spent so much money, they're kind of stuck with it. There's a reason why a bunch of the gacha community despises the Genshin Impact side. I'll not go into it, but you can do simple research and you'll know why. Hollow Knight Silk Song didn't win, unfortunately, but yeah. The thing with this one that was controversial, at least blowing up right now, is people on the Dispatch side is accusing Wuthering Waves of a bunch of, bullshit and stuff like that. Honestly, like, don't stain your game, man. Dispatch is an amazing game. Just leave it as it is, man. It's an amazing game. Just, come on. Can the community also be matching of it, please? Just... I don't know, man. It's Twitter. Oh, that was the last one. Oh, wow. Anyways, that's the end of the Player's Voice talk, I guess. Right, I wanted to talk about my Spotify. My Spotify Wrapped, because that actually, was a thing. It came out recently. So let's go into that real quick. How do I get back to there? Here it is, Wrapped. So a lot of people have their Wrapped. I just wanted to go into the simple stuff, like who I listen to, my listening age. You want to know what my listening age is, by the way? I'm a young person. I'm pretty young. Early 20s right now. So, yeah. The fact that it says my listening age is 39 years old, that's something. I mean, it makes sense though, because even like several years ago, I was listening to a bunch of classic stuff from the 70s, the 80s. I was going back listening to Benny King and all that stuff. So, kind of makes sense. 39 is actually kind of generous for me, based off of how I was listening to music before. But now, I guess that's something. I'm almost 40, according to my musical age. That's something. I've also listened 81,040 minutes, apparently, of Spotify. Yeah, I imagine other people listen more, but that's me. That's how much I've listened to. I've also listened to 325 genres. Would you look at that? City pop being the thing. Okay, if you want to get a taste of the genres I actually listen to, city pop. This is 1 to 5, by the way. City pop, alternative metal, soft pop, Vocaloid, and rap. That is so weird of a mixture, That's basically what it is. That's how I that's what my listening range is, I guess. Oh, I listened to 2,507 songs. I don't know what my number one song is. What is it? Oh, here you go. So this one is kind of expected. I the five choices here for most listened to songs is from two albums that came out this year. It is one of them is the third album for Hoshimachi Suse, if you know that album. Cool, we friends now. And the other album was Detox by 1OK Rock. Detox I consider my favorite album this year. I've listened to it over and over and over so many times. It is by far the best album this year for me. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Basically how this was 1, 2, and 3 is from the same Suisei album. Can you see that I love that album so much? You know, it's a good album. It's a very good album. 1OK Rock's one is also 4 and 5. Anyways, let me get out of here. Anyways, top song and top songs. I mean, I technically have already, I've already seen it. Top albums, let me check it. Let me just give you what the top albums are here. Okay, so we have Detox from 1OK Rock, which is number one, like I said. I regard this as the best album this year. And it came out at the beginning of the year. As soon as it dropped on Spotify, it was already pre-downloaded. I listened to it. Absolutely loved every single song from it. And I've kept listening to it. I have a physical copy down there in my drawer. So, like, yeah, I was actually contemplating buying the Japanese version, but if you were looking at the prices at the time then, it cost like $100 for the CD because it had the ticket inside for their tour, their concert, so that wasn't happening, and it's probably not available anymore. Anyways, it's not that different. Second place was Suisei's album, which I mentioned before. I also have that physically. I bought that one. Good album. Creepy Nuts, Legion or Legion, if you listen to how he says it at the end of the end of the album with that song, title song. The fourth one was Breaking Benjamin's Phobia, which is sick, you know, and makes sense that it is in fourth place. In fact, it could have even been in third place because I spammed that album this year. Like, what was it? Evil Angel, my favorite song from that album, easily. Oh, well, there's also Breathe as well, but Evil Angel, easily my favorite song from that album. I got into them because of Diary of Jane, but I am staying here because of Evil Angel. And then there was also Pisces, James Arthur. That's a good album too. It's more of a slower style and is more personal. I vibe with this one very well. I've listened to that multiple times over, obviously because it's fifth place. What else is here? Top podcast. I don't care. I mean, I listen to podcast. That's also why, because I don't want to reveal that. Oh, you want to see this thing? Where is this? I am a 0.6% global fan of 1OK Rock. I will gladly take that. I spent 3,206 minutes with them. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, here's this. Listening Club. The Listening Club, what am I at? I am in Grit Collective, which is collecting music. I am a collector. And that makes sense because I was getting so many different songs into my playlists. I was downloading so many different albums. Another album that I got this year, physically, of course, was After the Sun Goes Down, Khalid's album that came out. When did it come out? Second half of the year? Yep, 10th of October. That's a good album. It depends, though, on you because it's different from his other Khalid albums that blew up. There was also Piano Uta, Sawano Hiroyuki's album, collaboration album with Senarin, which is a good album, going through a bunch of the classic Sawano Hiroyuki songs. So yeah, if you really like his songs from Attack on Titan, from... Oh man, I'm blanking. Oh no. Yeah, from Attack on Titan, there's a bunch of Attack on Titan stuff. From 86, from... I forgot the name of that one, but it's an ending song. It was called Alias. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, a bunch of good songs on this album. It's all piano style. If you love that stuff, I recommend this album, absolutely. Piano Uta. What else is here? What else is here? Oh, Perfect Persona. Oh my gosh, this is the reason why Vocaloid is in my top 5 genres at number 4, because of Perfect Persona by Utsupi. Absolutely destroyed this album into the ground with how many times I listened to this one. It has my favorite Utsupi song easily, which is Perfect 10. You should give that a listen because it's featuring Gumi, and Gumi is great. Utsupi, 10th of September, this is when it came out, and it became... wow, okay. 10th of September, and I completely destroyed this album with how many times I listened to it. I still don't have it physically, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. If you like heavy metal and sometimes some goofy metal stuff like Egui, which is a song on here, you should get this. It's a good album. Give it a listen. Emblem, that's a good one. Cold Death is a good one. Honestly, all that. Kuchisake is a good one. That one's a very good one. If you really like heavy metal, go for that song. I guarantee you will fall in love with Utsupi easily with that. So yeah. Okay, Regloss. Yeah, Snapshot. That's a good one as well. Yeah, anyways, it's been a good musical year for me. So many albums I absolutely loved have appeared this year. Brand new songs that I love. Utsupi coming out with that insane album, which is very good, by the way. You should give that a try. Yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. I've been going on for 50 minutes? That's crazy. I guess it felt like it. I don't know. But before I go, I'm just going to let you know that I'm changing how this podcast, like the content-wise, I'm adding some more content to it, as in... Let me lay out the schedule here. So it's going to be Tuesday, Friday, and then on the weekends, an extra bonus episode if I have something on in stock, on deck. But you know how this is a gaming podcast, right? Tuesday is still going to be an episode about a gaming topic I have for the week. But Friday is going to instead be an episode about... well, I'm classing it as hobbies. It's basically Hobby Friday. But it's mainly because I've noticed I have so many things I want to talk about that is not gaming related. For example, anime. I have a lot to talk about anime. I have a lot to talk about manga, light novels, music that I just showed there through my Spotify. I have all of that there, and I can't even talk about it. So I'm just going to stuff it right into that Friday slot. So if you like anime, manga, all that stuff, CDs and all that, mainly anime and manga is what I'm going to be talking about, and light novels. If you like that stuff, tune in on Fridays, because I am going to have a brand new episode about that stuff on Fridays, specifically. And who knows, maybe the bonus episode will be extra. I do have an idea coming up, which is anime and manga related. So expect that to come in one of these weekends. Who knows? But yeah, that's basically the change up for the schedule. If you listen this far, then, you know, there you go. You finally got the information. Maybe I will make a smaller audio file to put up that will specifically talk about the schedule. But if you're listening to this episode, then you're getting it here first. So yeah, hopefully you got that. So yeah, this marks the end of this episode on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday because of stuff that has been happening in my life that I talked about at the beginning of this episode. Make sure to tune in for the other episodes. Like I said, this Friday, I have an anime manga style episode. So make sure to tune into that if you like that stuff. And also tune in every week for the same times, Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday now being the gaming side of things only. So yeah, I look forward to the next few episodes, which will be going through into Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas very early, because it is currently the 17th of December. But I will be saying it again when Christmas comes. Make sure you tune in for that. This has been Misty on Frame Perfect Input. And I'm signing off. I'm definitely going to get some good rest before then, okay?